Stay on John Deere for a minute because I tuned in for a little bit last week during the holiday season. I was lucky enough to catch. Actually, I think you were covering the group. You guys were playing.
Friday.
Little hosel rocket. Little hard right on one of those holes. I don't know what holes it was. How much blame do you take for that? I said that immediately. I was like, that's Flener. Flener fucked that up.
Can we save this subject for the E9?
Oh, you got this coming?
I got a little something special about that. It was an incredible shot that he hitting it right of the scoreboard from 120 yards. It was not Flener's fault. It was a gust of wind.
It was like a pure shank. Yeah. It went way further in the air than a shank should. So it was like, as far as shanks go, it was good. But I was like, Flener had to have done something.
I don't think he'll get mad at me for saying this, but that's literally probably his 5th shank of the season.
Yeah.
And he's 27th on the FedEx Cup.
Yeah, Webb used to do it once in an event. I feel like he played pretty damn good.
We'll circle back to the shank. We'll get to that. My man Greg Parker, you know Parker. He's out there in the fairways all the time. He
kind of.
He's not old. Yeah.
Physically.
You know what I'm saying.
Physically, he's there.
But he's probably been to the John Deere 20 times, worked it 20 times. He goes, Colt, been standing in this fairway for a lot of years. It's the first time I've ever heard anybody yell 4 on their second shot of 13.
Yeah. A damn good shot out of the weeds.
The shot out of the weeds was all time. It was
to
almost
to make 5 after that was incredible.
Yeah, just as a bogey's a nothing burger. Yeah. Mentally, maybe hurt a little bit, but good caddying on that chip out from the weeds.
You mentioned the shanks earlier, and you kind of gave it away a little bit, but I was going to ask has Scotty Scheffler won more times on the PGA Tour this year, or JT Poston hit more shanks?
I think Scotty's won like one more time.
Yep, 6-5. So maybe don't try to catch him.
I hope not. Do you want me to tell the rest of that story?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
So we're first to play in the fairway. Jordan's ball's like 10 yards in front of ours. So he hits that shot, and he's just standing there looking at the ground for like 10 seconds. And finally, I have to be like, hey, get over here. Like he's standing right behind Jordan, and it's Jordan's turn to hit. So he comes over. Well, then Jordan hits his shot and pulls it a little bit left of where he wanted. I think he thought the wind was, blew it somewhere that he didn't think it was going to. So he's standing there throwing up grass. By this time, JT's walked like way on ahead of me because I'm putting a divot pack. And so I walked past Jordan and Michael, and Jordan's kind of, murmuring about the wind. And I said, I don't know about yours, man. It hit ours pretty hard left to right.
That's why you're a great caddy. You can make jokes in stressful situations.
Yeah. So I could tell Jordan was a little stressed. He had just bogeyed 12 and knocked his golf ball into the woods with his putter. So I was trying to lighten the mood in the group a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys felt that gust. We took a hard gust. A small tornado. A little tornado came through.
It hit ours hard.
Not to harp on the shanking, but we will. Is it a certain club? Like, does it creep up with the wedges, or is it long irons, or just anything?
It's been the last 2 I know for sure have been 9 irons. He had one at Colonial on 15 from the middle of the fairway that he almost hit onto the street over there.
I know that street. I've hit it on that street. What's it called? Like
it actually didn't go on the street. We ended up making 5.
That's where our TV compound is.
Yeah, I fired a few over there off the tee.
I can't remember the other ones. I try to forget them.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
Everything's going fine. You're 27th on the FedEx Cup. We can talk about shanks and laugh about it because things are going good. Next one for you, Flane. Why do you think it is that math seems to be more difficult in the city of San Diego than anywhere else? Particularly maybe Torrey Pines.
That's a great question. I can think of one day that it was really tough. I think the reason was because they started that tournament on a Wednesday, and usually I'm not ready to. Thursday's usually my math day, like when I really start getting into it, and Wednesday's usually like a practice day, where I'm just like, if I get it wrong, it doesn't matter. But yeah, JT
what
obviously
happened?
told you that one.
Yeah, he said just ask him about some of these digits that he still gives you a hard time about.
Wait, it was multiple?
He said
I missed 2 in the same round.
By how much?
The first one was by like probably 10 yards. The second one was by like 18.
Did you add instead of subtract or vice versa?
Well, I mean, I can tell the story if you want, but on the
Yes.
first one we started on the back. We were on 13. He drove it in the bunker, chopped it down the hill. So I had to rake the bunker and he went on down. And so once I got down there, he had already like stepped some stuff off. He was saying all this stuff to me and I'm trying to do the number. And I think I added something that I was supposed to subtract or something. And he hit it over the green, which is a great place to be on 13 at Torrey Pines. So he was, I always fess up. I got up there and I was like, dude, that number was wrong. So that's my bad. Then we got all the way around to 7. And, we're back on track, all's forgiven. Like everybody makes mistakes. And there was a middle head that had a number on it. And then there was the same front number head, like right up in front of it. And I went off the middle number head's front number instead of going off the actual front number. And the pin was like back right, one really hard pin, and he hit this beautiful shot. I mean, it's going right at the flag, and we don't see it land. And he's like, "Where is that?" I was like, "I think it flew over the green."
Another good spot.
I think it hit the TV tower back there. I mean, if it wouldn't hit the TV tower, it would have gone in the canyon.
Yeah.
So he snaps his head back around at me. Was that number wrong? I was like, yeah, it was wrong. And
It's just two.
we won't go through the play-by-play of what was said after that. I will just say that we didn't talk a whole lot the next 2 holes, and we had a little chat in the parking lot after he came out of scoring. But since then, I haven't had any mess-ups.
It was a Wednesday, dude. You get a pass.
I think it's Torrey Pines because your man Matt Irwin, when he's on the bag for me, got one wrong as well. So I think it's just San Diego's fault.
Yeah, but around there's a lot of good misses. So if you blow it over greens, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Long is normally great almost everywhere.
Also, shout out Matt Irwin. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to Matt Irwin. About to become a father.
Yeah, I know. Wow. Incredible. They grow up so fast these days.
Sweet Jesus.